Hey everybody, my name's Jeff. That's Bill over there. Say hello, Bill.
Hello, everybody.
Bush League Baseball. We're calling it Bush League Baseball, right? I've been pretty sure. Okay, Bush League Baseball. So listen, as we've said, if you've watched the first couple episodes, our plan was to have a weekly, maybe daily, maybe weekday, maybe 3 days a week, whatever show once the baseball season got going. And then I don't know, how did you do it? Did you actually go to China to screw up my Dodgers season? Like, what are you doing?
I phoned it into a friend.
Yeah. Well,
anything to screw up a Dodgers season.
Yeah. So there's no baseball season currently. Opening day was what, a couple days ago on my calendar.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of stuff to be annoyed with right now. The world's going a little crazy. Right at the top of my list is there's no baseball to watch. Are you kidding me? My Dodgers got beat by Howie Kendrick. Then the Nationals beat the cheaters. Then I've got an offseason where the Dodgers get one of the best players in baseball. And I don't get to enjoy it.
And they might not even have him.
Oh, I don't even want to hear that crazy talk.
He might not actually ever play for the Dodgers. I mean, if the season does it, if there's not a season, he's a free agent at the end of the year, and they've already approved that this season time is going to be accredited. So there's an outside chance that he might never play for the Dodgers.
Here's the good news. The Dodgers are still the Dodgers with all the money and LA. So I'm not saying he's going to for sure sign with the Dodgers, but here's the thing. We're going to have a season. I'm a positive kind of guy. I want to believe this. If I didn't believe this, I would probably say it anyway, but I do believe it. We're going to have a season. I don't see us having a 162 game season. When we first did our first show promoting the idea of this show, some of the stuff was going on, and we talked, or maybe it was the second show, doesn't matter. I said we might start by the All-Star break. You said no, and I like the Phillies. I think it's more likely that we start playing around the All-Star break. What do you think?
I hate to admit a Dodger fan was right, but you could have been right.
One time I thought I was wrong, but I was mistaken.
Well, even if everything goes 100% perfect and everything is lifted the end of April, they're still going to need a 2 or 3 week preseason again. So at the earliest, it's going to be June. So the way it's looking now, I mean, if this, stay at home and, no congregating with more than 10 people, if that doesn't get lifted for a while, they might not play to July. So some of the things that I saw where they're talking about maybe trying to get an 81 game schedule. I know the big thing they said they're shooting for is at least get 100 in.
Yeah.
And 81 might be more realistic.
Vice President Pence on Thursday said, or might have been Wednesday, said, we're looking more at Memorial Day to get the world going. So if the world gets going Memorial Day,
it's not going to be till 1st of July.
June, exactly. I don't know when the All-Star break is, but the Major League Baseball, there was an article that came out yesterday, the day before, whatever, about a proposal that I guess got leaked. I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but there's a 100-game proposal where LA Dodgers will be the neutral site for what would be November, December World Series. Here's the thing. Here's what I think. I was talking to my wife, who doesn't care about it nearly as much as you, so I'm glad I get to talk to you about this. I have the basis of what I would do as a plan that I put together just for fun because I'm a nerd about this stuff. I think you could get 81 games in fairly easily. I like 81 because it's directly half of 162, so it makes the records a little bit, at least you can tell if somebody's on a record-breaking pace, that kind of stuff. I think it fits. 100 is a little weird. The math gets a little weird in my opinion. I think you can just cut the season in half. I know the halfway point isn't always the All-Star break, but if you have a neutral site, here's what I would do. I'll just tell you a little piece of. I'm not going to give you the whole thing that I came up with because I don't have time and it's not complete and perfect anyway. Bless you. But I think that if you have a neutral site playoffs, you can do this thing. The problem will be playing in the winter. In the Chicago, New York,
you can't do
Boston, Philadelphia. Not that they're making the playoffs, but
this season really here, anything that they come up with, nobody should really complain because all bets are off. They're just trying to get in whatever they can get in.
1981, we had a shortened season. They played the season out, and you play the season. I'm a purist. I want to play 162 games, but I'd rather have a half a season than no season, right? Who cares?
I saw one proposal.
Go ahead.
I saw one proposal that they were talking about if it goes, longer before they can start, that there's a realm of possibility we could have a World Series game on Christmas Day.
Sign me up. Clayton Kershaw. And you could even
he'll be on the golf course by then.
I mean, he's so good he'll play golf and throw a shutout same day. I think that there's a lot of options out there. They can shorten games. They can shorten playoff series. There's a lot of things they can do. Obviously the health situation has to get cleared up in America first. And if and when that happens, let's say Pence was right. Let's say it's Memorial Day. Let's say they take June to get a plan. July, August, September, October, that's 4 out of 6. That's 2/3. You can get a lot of it done right there.
And they're talking about a lot of double headers. I mean, if they do that, then they're going to have to at least expand the pitching rosters.
Go to a 40-man roster. I didn't type it up all pretty. Go to a 40. We have 40-man rosters now anyway.
Yeah.
So go to a 40-man roster. It would make the union happy because all the people, that's 15 more players per team that
making
get
the minimum.
Year. Yeah, well, that are making the minimum more than that, and that are getting the year of major league eligibility or service time. Yeah. So everybody wins if you expand the rosters.
The one guy that came up with the plan, and the one agent that everybody loves to hate, that pretty much has all the players. I'm sure you know who he is. I can't remember the name.
I'm picturing the guy.
He came up. I forget his name. He came up with the plan, and as much as I really don't like him as an agent and all, he's just a mouthpiece. And but he came up with this plan that kind of made a lot of sense, and that was the one that wound up going in. I think it came out, he had it figured out that if the World Series went 6 games, it would be on Christmas Day.
Oh, Scott Boras.
Boras. That's it.
Yeah. I did see that. I didn't read the whole article. I saw that. Yeah, sign me up. I mean, you know what people watch on Christmas Day every year? NBA. Now, I'm not going to attack the NBA, but baseball, NBA. So, sorry, the World Series in December, when kids get 2 weeks off of school, now you'd have to go neutral sites. You're playing in Miami. You're playing in LA. You're playing in San Diego. You're playing in dome stadiums. Texas down the road here, they've got a dome stadium now. There's plenty but it has to be neutral site.
It's going to have to be.
You're not going to have all Southern teams making the playoffs. I mean,
and I'm almost positive the All-Star game this year, there will be none of those. No All-Star game. They're not going to be able to. How are they going to be able to stop the season for 3 or 4 days like they do for an All-Star break?
The season by then.
Yeah. So there's no way that's gone. But
I don't know. There's lots of things you can do. You can have a home run derby. You can have a skills challenge. I mean, come on. We had seasons back in the day where they had 2 All-Star games. They skipped. I don't think the All-Star game matters. It is in LA this year. But I think, and that would make sense if they take away the All-Star game, but they're giving LA.
That could be the reasoning behind it. I mean, why wouldn't they pick also San Diego? I mean, they don't have to just, or the Angel Stadium in Anaheim, just have them all right there.
Playoffs. They're talking about the World Series only, right? But you're not going to get playoffs done in a week and a half if there's weather, and there's going to be weather. So if you're doing this, are you going to have the National League champ and the American League champ and no playoffs, which is a possibility? I say there's no chance they would do that because of all the revenue. Yeah. So you're going to have an expanded, if not regular, playoffs with neutral sites. You have to.
Well, they had the playoffs like you said, just in Southern California, because they said the average temperature, like in December, I think I heard in that Boras thing, was like 63 or 64 degrees, which that's perfect for baseball.
I grew up in San Diego. There's no bad day.
If you have
the planet, there's not been a bad day in San Diego.
Right. Oh, I've been there. You're right. But if you just use those 3 stadiums, it's going to cut down your travel time. Everybody's in one location.
You wouldn't stay in California, but there's 5 stadiums in California that are going to be fine. Again, then you have the Astrodome, you have Texas, you have the Kingdom in Seattle, all the dome stadiums. Who am I forgetting? Tampa Bay down there is going to be fine.
Well, yeah, they could do that, but I'm just saying there's more of a concentration. Like, I don't know, you live there. What is the car ride on a good day from Los Angeles to San Diego? Hour and a half?
2 hours, depending on what.
So you got all the teams in the playoffs in one area, and they'd be at 3 stadiums. They wouldn't have to travel.
Oh,
I see what you're saying. They could all stay in one central location. That would make sense there, but we'll see what happens. I heard the commissioner, I think it was on Mike and or Golick and Wingo, the other day. He said, no idea is a bad idea at this point. They're listening to everything.
And it all doesn't matter. All the ideas we have and they have, and we got to get through this stupid virus. It's got to go away. I mean, I was listening to some news. I mean,
we can talk all we want. Unless that goes away, we're not going to have anything here this year.
How long will it be, even if it gets cleared up, until people are ready to sit next to 60,000 of their best friends? And here's another option that I think people are blowing off, but I think is more real than people want to admit. Play the games with no crowd. Let's be real. I've watched since the Padres were in the playoffs in '84. I was a high school kid. Okay. So sometime preceding that, I've watched every playoff game that I could for most of my life. And you know what I've never done?
Never been to one live.
Never been to a live Major League playoff game. I've been to football playoff games, but that's neither here nor there. My point is, we could do it. Like, I watch The Sopranos and there's nobody in the live studio audience. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, if they got to do it, they got to do it. I'd rather have that than not have it at all.
Exactly. I think purists will freak out, and I consider myself a purist, but I guess I'm less and less a purist. I think we'll see. It all comes down to the virus, but I'm excited about the opportunities. And as a fantasy baseball kind of guy, I like the creation idea of it. But who knows?
Yeah, baseball could get away with that probably more than the other three sports because there's really no real direct contact. I mean, hockey, basketball, you got players up against each other, sweating
I'm
on top of each other.
The powers that be say, hey, it's safe. What doesn't matter, if once the powers that be say it's safe, that doesn't mean we go back to sitting next to people. You know, people are going to go on the subway less. People are going to fly less. It's going to take a season. It's going to take.
There's going to be a whole lot of new normals, not just in sports and everywhere.
Well said. I think somebody said today, I heard it, if you're trying to get back to what it was, it might be a while, but a new normal will be here hopefully by the summer, but who knows?
We'll see. All we can do is, like everybody else, just talk and wish at this point. That's about it.
I'm excited about it. So listen, we're going to be doing this probably a weekly show or so. We haven't really talked about it, but we're talking baseball. We've got some things to talk about. I want to talk baseball. And if there's no season, there's people doing baseball season simulations. There's all kinds of baseball talk we can do. And I frankly want to. Like, if it was just me and you and no one was listening, no one was watching, I would still have a blast. So I can't wait for this. And I'm very hopeful that it'll be a nice bridge to the 2020 Los Angeles Dodgers World Championship ring.
Once you come back out, you still living in LA? Because you're in La La Land there.
I was born in LA, but we moved to San Diego before kindergarten. But I'm a Texan now, Texan by choice. So I don't like Davy Crockett.
Speaking of the Texans, real quick, which one of the players did yesterday, I thought that was really cool. What's his name? Sin-Shu Chu. He put up 170 or 190,000 to give each one of their minor leaguers $1,000.
I outbid his wife on a baseball card on eBay. I own a 1-of-1 of Sin-Shu Chu. Oh boy, I don't even know if I said that right. And you know who owns the most collectibles of Mr. Chu? Mrs. Chu. She snaps up all the stuff.
That's funny.
I don't know where it is. I should probably sell it to her before.
Maybe he's selling the stuff on eBay now to give to the minor leaguers.
He's doing fine.
I thought that was awesome. No, hopefully, I'd like to see some other players do that because a lot of minor leaguers, especially at a lower level, I mean, they barely make any money during the regular season, and they can't be working if they're living in, still in the States here. I don't know. I doubt if they went back home once the season closed down because all the minor leaguers, their camp was already in, full swing.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, it's crazy land. All right, this was fun. So we're not scheduled for a certain day or anything. For now, it's going to be on my channel, Dope Dad. We've got a channel set up. You want to tell them about the other channel and the other?
The other channel is just like our name, Bush League Baseball. And for now, we're going to repurpose it. We're going to put them on your channel. And then once you get everything downloaded, we're going to upload it on there. So eventually, we're going to go back and forth. We'll alternate shows on your channel and then and we'll see how it goes. If we start getting a good following just on there, that'll free up your channel just for Disney. And then hopefully we can grow the one or
Ideally, it would be on the sports channel, but we'll just see how it goes. I just want to talk baseball.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully, all we can do is talk about it now. Hopefully, we'll have some more stuff in the next couple weeks. Once, hopefully, things get rolling, we'll see.
Between the two of us, we have about 10,000 more ideas than we have baseball games to talk about.
That's for sure. We could probably play it. We could probably play a season in our heads right about now.
I might. I think I might. It might be fun. Well, I've had a good time. Thanks. Smash the like button. Subscribe to Magic of the Mouse TV, the YouTube channel, Bush League Baseball, the YouTube channel. Go check out his podcast, which is Magic of the Mouse.
Yeah, that's still in hiatus right now because the internet's been all over the place. But we got to get back together with them.
Great content in the past, including
and record parts of the podcast. Some of it with the internet the night we recorded didn't come out, and I got so aggravated we didn't put it up.
I've got an idea for you, but we'll talk about that off stream. Thanks everybody for watching. Have the best day ever. Go subscribe to his stuff. It's going to be some good stuff. All right. Bye.
Hopefully we'll be talking baseball soon.
Talking baseball. Thanks for being here, everybody. See ya.
Yeah.